He is the Tinfoil Chef, a man with a video love.
Hey YouTube, how's it going? You ever heard the expression, when it rains, it pours? Well, in one sense, that is a literal expression. When it rains, it pours. Genuinely. Like, for example, yesterday, the rain started. And we have several screenshots of radar images throughout yesterday evening. And as you can see, the rain was a pretty good sized storm, and it lasted quite a long while. And then, after a brief period of no rain, more rain came in starting this morning. And here's a screenshot this evening of the same storm. Yeah, rain all day, rain all night, and yeah, rain tomorrow and the next day and the next day. Yeah, so when it rains, it's really pouring. And if the rain continues beyond the day after tomorrow, a lot of people are going to start wondering if we should build an ark or anything like that. There are flash flood watches out for this entire part of the state, and I think a big chunk of Missouri and so on as well. Yeah, lots of that going on. In another sense, when it rains, it pours is also an expression used along the line of adding insult to injury. Today, I had insult added to injury, or injury added to injury, depending on how you look at it. Rebooted the computer this morning, and it all started up, and everything was great, except for one little detail. Neither of the monitors lit up. Now, normally this is a disastrous kind of an indication that there might be something wrong with the monitors or whatever, or Windows has gone buggy in some way, and yeah. But after a little bit of trial and error, some examination, doing a few tests and whatnot, I figured out what the problem is. You see, I currently have my main monitor, which currently is the only monitor because I have it plugged into the onboard graphics solution, the Intel POS that is built onto the motherboard that I normally would never use. I have the monitor plugged into that because the GTX 560 Ti that has been powering my graphics solution for a couple or 3 years is now dead. I tested the thing, I did the remove and replace thing, remove and replace all the connections to it, and so on and so forth. And when powering the machine on with that hooked up, its fan comes on. Its cooling fan does come on and work. The card cannot generate a signal. Windows cannot detect it. It's dead. Totally and completely dead. Had some helpful individual tell me that, well, the 970s are a lot cheaper now. You can get it for like $200. Yeah, right. If I had $200, I'd buy a couple of tires. Ugh. You see what I mean? Adding insult to injury. When it rains, it pours. Yeah. And this is kind of a problem in that, well, I will not be able to run 7 Days to Die until that situation is fixed, because the built-in POS that's on the motherboard is not good enough to run that. You know, not at all. Not gonna work. I expect I should be able to run Minecraft. I admit I haven't tried yet. I've been kind of a little bent out of shape today. Yeah. Just wonderful news. Don't know quite what I'm going to do about that. Actually, I know what I'm going to do about that. Nothing, because there isn't anything I can do about it. Anyway, I don't know. It's been suggested that it may be a fundraising live stream. And I suppose that might be an idea if I can come up with something interesting enough to do on said live stream that does not require the power and capability of the graphics card that doesn't work anymore. That's gonna be fun. Okay. Well, truthfully though, I have had a little bit of good in the last couple of days that I should relate, because I don't want to always be whining about bad news. I do have good news. In the last night, I played in 2 of those qualifier tournaments. Now these are the ones that when you place in the top 5, you win an entry into the semifinal. I played in a couple of those last night, and in one I placed in 5th position, which got me an entry. In another one I placed in 2nd, which also got me an entry. That means I now have a total of 3 entries into the semifinal tournaments when they start next week on the 16th. I'm going to try to accumulate some more of those as well, and who knows, maybe that will be enough to get me into the final. And then, of course, getting into the final, can I manage to finish first to win the coveted entry to the World Series of Poker main event? That would be awesome. Don't know how likely it is, but I'm going to give it my best. In the meantime, I think I'm going to find something that will some way take my mind off of the fact that I am going to have a heck of a time getting a whole lot of stuff done, and the stuff that I can do is going to take a lot longer because the POS onboard graphics, that Intel POS crap that's on board, is not nearly as fast or as powerful enough, so things like rendering videos is going to take a lot longer now. Yeah, I love that. Nah. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. I'm out.
He is the Tinfoil Chef.